right, so this is our first model back for our relaxer service. So you see the hair is nice and relaxed. Still has a little bit of texture to it. There's still a little bit of wave in that hair, but it's relaxed very, very nicely. So now we're going to go through and we're going to do a cut. And then we're going to set her hair. So we're going to section the hair off because we want to keep it still a little bit longer on the top, but we are definitely still going to cut it shorter. So we'll just start on this side. So remember, our objective is to create a hairdo that's going to kind of camouflage this area in this sense. And then, but you can see even by relaxing the hair, it's smoother, so it kind of looks like it's a little more filled in because the hair is texturized and it's smoother. So we're going to come in and we're going to use some kind of horizontal and diagonal partings right now. And I'm going to come in and I'm going to shape the hair. I'm going to keep the hair just a little bit longer. I guess you can see me. I need to, let me see. I want them to see what I'm doing, so just work like this. All right. So we're keeping a little bit of length. We're not taking her down really, really short, but just short enough. And we're going to look for our guideline underneath. And on this side, we're going to move the finger down some and keep the hair just a little bit longer on that front section so that it comes down a little more like that. And following our guideline back here. So we're going to keep this same parallel partings throughout this whole section. Going to make sure we see our guideline underneath. Elevate the hair out a little more on the side because we don't want that much weight on the sides as we're going back into this back section. So if hair cutting is your passion, again, I want to invite you out to our training center so we can make sure that you're able to really enhance your uniqueness. And we're following the same guideline that we established. All the way down to the back. And we're going to have one more section, part of hair right down the center, combing the hair down. Check for our guideline. Now we want to do the same thing on the opposite side. You see this side is a little thinner, so we're going to take a little larger section. And if you need to check to make sure you have the parting right, stretch the hair down, just right about mid-ear. The front is just slightly longer, so change the angle of your finger. We have an established guideline right there. Change the angle in the front so we can keep it just a little bit longer. Elevate the hair out now so we can get rid of some of the weight. Kind of elevating my hand up so you can see the cut. Same parting, dropping the hair down. Check your guideline. And that center part again, coming the hair over. Okay, I'm going to turn it around and turn myself out of this corner. So we got the perimeter cut. So now we're going to come to the crown. And I got to go back this way. So now we're going to start in the crown. I'm going to elevate the hair up. I'm going to choose a length. We don't want it super long. So we're going to go with about 3 inches here. I'm going to cut this hair straight off. We're working with the hair right with the round of her head. So as I come up to the crown, I lift the hair so that I can meet the front section and round it off. And this parting now just comes down the back. Still working to the round of her head, so my finger is slightly rounded. Finger still slightly rounded. Her occipital is not really super flat, so I don't have to over direct the hair too much. But now I'm coming back into the nape section. Bringing the hair out and cutting down to the nape. So now I'm going to use another straight parting, straight down. Bring the hair up. I have a previously established guideline. Cut the hair right on that guideline. So for this cut, I'm using a small shear. It's a 2.5 inch by 3 inch shear. because it helps me to get into a more curved detail. Same parting on the other side. Bring this up, match the guideline. Right there is previously established. So you see the cut is very, very fluent. We're not wasting any time. We have a predestined destination here where we're going. I'm going to come in this way to make sure coming down to that nape. So now I'm going to use a slight angle parting from here as I move out around the head. So I use 2 straight vertical lines. Now I'm using a diagonal line so that I can make sure that that parting and that length is the same as it goes around the side of the head. And another slightly diagonal part. I'm just going to work my way back to that part line over here. Make sure we get those corners out. So we left the hair a little longer on the sides over here, so as we come around, we're not going to have the hair too short in the sides. That's why we left it a little longer. She didn't want to really have it tapered down, but she still wanted to be able to appreciate a short cut. And we just match this with that section there. And this last section here before we move forward. And then we're going to repeat the same thing on the other side. So this side is cut. So now we're going to take that same slightly diagonal part on this side and move forward over here. We can actually see the shape coming in. I like to start a cut like this. If I'm cutting wet, I cut wet and then I just kind of let the hair kind of dry as it goes so I can actually see my shape coming in. And we're coming to the side section. So you see this cut is very fluent, so if you're going to duplicate this cut, you can see every line that I'm doing, and you can see it shouldn't take you that long to do it. Taking the corner off here as we move down towards the perimeter line. And this last parting right over the ear. And then we'll move to the front section. Make sure you don't over direct or drag the hair too much, because pretty much everything that we've cut in these areas is a uniform layering, and that we didn't do any over directing yet. Okay, so now we're going to move forward. We're going to start from the top We're going to work our way down because we still have to make sure that we can leave enough for the areas on the side where the hair is sparse. So I'm just using a straight vertical parting, and I'm going to marry this back section to the front section. I'm going to elevate the hair. My finger position is going to change just a little so the hair is getting longer as it goes forward. So my guidelines established for the top. We're going to do this very top the same way we did the back. We're going to use a straight vertical parting. Going to elevate it and match the back with the top that we just established that guideline. We're working so the hair is a little bit longer on the front than the top. And after it dries, then we can still adjust that line if we want to make it a little shorter. The head is round, so we're working on a round now. Taking a slightly round parting and elevating the hair and following that guideline. I'm bringing the hair a little more out towards the side of the head. We don't want to go too far in the center because we don't want to over direct and make it too long. Now from here, we're going to do like we did on the back. Bring the hair down into that side section and take that corner off right there. And we're still able to keep some of that length on the bottom. Same thing here. Bring that hair straight up, take that corner off. And the last section, we're going to pull up, bringing it slightly out this way. And you see that section, how it's cut so far. So same thing, we got the top section, we already have a guideline. I'm going to use that vertical parting again. And we're going to elevate the hair on the top to match the guideline that we've established. One more straight vertical section. We definitely can see the shape of the hair better now. And then down on the sides. And we're going to get that corner out again. That last section. Okay. So there we have it. So we're going to come in now and just look at the side section, make sure we've got all the lines right, that it adds up. Okay, and now we're going to start to create her hairdo. So we can even say if she wore a hairdo with some movement on the front here, even with a part. She has enough length that we can still work this side where we can't see the section that was sparse, and she still has enough movement and room to wear some length down one side. So it's a pretty versatile haircut. She can wear the hair a lot of ways. You see the way we cut it, you can't even tell now about this area here when this hair comes down. It can still be molded down very flat, so it's very nice. You can change the direction. You can go left or right with the haircut. So I don't know how we're going to style it yet, but we're going to see what we feel like. But I think that's kind of sexy. We'll be back. Okay, we're going to use our setting lotion. We're going to get our hair ready for molding. We're going to use our molding comb. Use our setting lotion, and we're going to use a little bit of a clear gel, just a dab on the sides. I'm going to put just a small wave over here. Now after we can comb this out. This is just for effect right now. So we don't have to make sure the ridges are all high or anything. It's just for effect. I'm going to set this off her face some. She has a pretty face, so I want to see a little more of the face. Then the sides will bring down. So this is just kind of what I'm feeling right now. So whatever molding technique you use or however you want to do the finish, maybe we'll put a little wave on this side too, just so it'll be consistent. Just right on the front, just a little. Again, this is just for effect. We're going to comb this later. I have to turn the chair, sorry. That's all right, they don't need to see it. We just tell them we're going to do it. Okay, so this is going to be her molding pattern right now, and she's going to go to the dryer with this. All right.
So, I'm back. I'm going to start the round brush.
Quiet, everybody, quiet.
Okay, so I'm back. We just shampooed her hair. I'm going to start the round brush blowout on her. I'm going to use the setting lotion. Like I said, it's for textured hair to make, when you have the tension, it helps to pull the hair through. So I specialize in blowouts, but my specialty is curly hair. And I do every texture, every ethnicity. I work at a blow dry bar, so I have a lot of Caucasian clients that have really curly, textured hair, and this product is really good to help smooth the hair out. I'm going to use a wet brush. This is really good for curly hair, to brush the hair out. For curly hair, you make sure you keep it wet, because it's hard to brush out sometimes. I'm going to start in the front, and I'm going to set her front in pins so she can get a little volume, pins, and then the rest I'm going to smooth out and have a little body in the back. Okay.
Okay, so we're back with our texturizer. You can see that nice wave pattern in there. The hair is nice and smooth. Has a great shine to it. We haven't used any product yet. So I want to just go through and line the edges. So this is a hairdo again. That's a great hairdo. We can even say it can be unisex, even though it looks very sexy on her. But it can work. Texturizers work for men, women, and young people. Even little girls with long, multi-textured, multi-type hair. You can texturize the hair to just remove so much curl and so much wave. Not rendering the hair into a total relaxed look, but a look that would just help mom to be able to control the hair. They can still wear their nice ponytails and stuff like that. Or for ladies that spend an hour every morning in the mirror trying to flat iron, blow dry and flat iron the hair before going to work, you can texturize the hair. And texturizing can be done on any type and any texture of hair. And it just makes that service easier and that time go by a little quicker when you're doing it at home. Okay, so we got her nice perimeter line. Now we want to use our finishing products. We're going to use a little foam. This foam can be used for any type of setting, for relaxed hair, natural hair. You can use it for comb twists. It's just endless. These products just work so well in a variety of different ways. And then we're going to go with our liquid texture. The liquid texture is our liquid texture in a jar. This liquid texture is going to help to keep that shape, give it a nice little natural sheen. And now we're going to take it, we're going to comb the hair into our final finished pattern and our finished look. So this liquid texture is going to act like a setting lotion. It is a setting lotion, and it's going to hold the shape, and it's going to dry in this shape. And then the last thing we're going to use is our glossifier spray. Now, some people like to use the polish. This polish works very well too, even on your short texturized looks. Won't weigh the hair down, but it'll give you a nice, smooth little sheen to the sides. And that's our finished look. How about that? Let's take a look at that. All right. Looks kind of good to me. That's that slow Hollywood spin. Hi, photobomb. All right, that's our finished look for our texturizer. You got that? You got it? All right, thank you.